Welcome to Stage 2 of the Tour de France. This is the team time trial from Calais to Grand Sainte. The way this discipline works is that each of the teams sets off as a unit, and the time stops on the 5th rider to cross the finish line. So the first 5 riders on each team will get the same time, and if a rider happens to be dropped by his team, then he will lose time based on his actual time at the end. So we're heading up to the first time check with Evian, who are the first team to start. This is the team of Andy Schleck. And they set the mark 19 minutes 7 seconds, so keep that in mind as other teams reach the halfway point on the course. Looks like Kelme are up next, the team of the pre-race favorite Bjarne Riis. And they have bettered Evian's time by 4 seconds. So the time trialing power of Rudi Altig and Vyacheslav Ekimov coming into play for Kelme. Here's the leftovers. We expect them to be the slowest today. They have by far the worst time trialist of any team in the race. I think they'll be caught by another team behind them by the finish line. So they're already more than 1 minute behind the other two teams. And you see Bianchi Campagnolo. They've certainly made some inroads into the leftovers. They set a new best time, 18 minutes 57 seconds. It's reminded the teams set off 2 minutes apart. So if one team catches another, it means they've gone at least 2 minutes faster. Meanwhile, Blackberry threw with the third best time at the first check. Blackberry, a fairly strong squad of stage race riders. Their leader Julien Alaphilippe, but they've certainly got a plethora of good time trialists. Expect them to be up there towards the end, but Evian coming up towards the last kilometer. Andy Schleck himself taking the turn. Expect Evian to be in the middle of the pack when it's all said and done, as La Vie Claire have set a best time at the time check. But Evian setting the mark at the finish line 36.09, and I think it's going to be beaten by Kelme, led home by Bjarne Riis, and big Vyacheslav Ekimov making the final push to the line, 6 seconds better for Kelme. Here are the leftovers. They've been caught by Bianchi Campagnolo, led by Stan Åkers. We don't expect the leftovers to have any riders up on GC at the end, so not a big deal that they're losing time, but this is a good start for Bianchi Campagnolo. They could run out stage winners at the end of today. 35.46, 15 seconds clear of Kelme. Now what about Blackberry? They were just 10 seconds down at the checkpoint to La Vie Claire. Let's see if they've made up some time in the second half of the course. They've gone over Kelme, but not over Bianchi Campagnolo. Second best time, 13 seconds down. Here are Adidas, 7th at the first time check, so not a great start for Marco Pantani and his yellow jersey chances. 37 seconds deficit at the line, and La Vie Claire, I think, are going to set a new best time. They are absolutely motoring. They were fastest at the halfway point, and they're fastest at the finish. 12 seconds clear of Bianchi Campagnolo. See the time gaps increasing to everybody else. Now here is the yellow jersey, Mario Cipollini. Ceramica's a decent stage racing squad, and Chippo's going to lead them home. 6th place, 38 seconds. Fiat, we expected them to be pretty slow, and that's been proven right so far. 9th at the time check. Here's your King of the Mountains leader, George Hincapie. But he and the rest of his team will lose quite a big chunk of time. 1 minute 21 over the rest of the field. And Zulu Kingdom, the team of Jan Ullrich, not much faster. 8th place in the end, 1 minute down on La Vie Claire. So while the time cap's not enormous, certainly a sort out between the teams, and one of the riders from La Vie Claire will be the new race leader. I think it will be Andre Dargot or Cyril Guimard, based on the stage 1 results, as Gert-Jan Tennesse loses some time at the end. but certainly a great start for La Vie Claire, getting riders high up on GC. So there is your classification for the stage. La Vie Claire taking the victory as a team. 12 seconds clear of Bianchi Campagnolo, 25 seconds ahead of Blackberry, 28 seconds ahead of Kelme, and 35 seconds ahead of Evian. With Ceramicas, Adidas, Zulu Kingdom, and Fiat in the frame with the leftovers almost 3 minutes down. So it's possible that either someone on the leftovers or Gerrit-Jan Tennisse will be last in the Tour de France. In that classification, the Lanterne Rouge will be keeping track of throughout the race. And there is your new race leader. It is Andre Dargot. Based on countback from stage 1, he is in first place on the same time as his teammates Cyril Guimard and Gösta Petersen. And you can see how the teams have shot up the leaderboard based on their finish in the team time trial. So La Vie Claire, Bianchi Campagnolo, and Blackberry occupying most of the top 20 places. But of course that could all get ripped up tomorrow because we'll be into the cobbles. There's your Lanterne Rouge. It is Davis Finney, who's already 6 minutes 48 seconds behind. I think Finney will have a hard time finishing the Tour de France. He could be a contender for the Lanterne Rouge long term. No change in the points classification or the King of the Mountains classification. There's no points on offer today in either. In La Vie Claire, the new leaders in the team competition, the times direct reflection of the team time trial, and I expect this to also get turned upside down tomorrow. So stage 3, we enter the cobbled hills of Flanders, and that should be a nervous day for the climbers and a great day for the sprinters and the men of the northern races. We'll see you then.